Mr. B strips contract up after discovering Meg utilized Archie and Ving project for PR Sussex's brand. A few months ago, Archie Foundation partnered with Ving Project, a national giving movement, and invited all 14-18-year-old people to help them give away $1 million in $1,000 grants to support women who could use a financial boost. The project's goal is to help spread the joy of giving by inviting young people to become philanthropists in their own lives. However, Archie haven't given any money to it thus far, and they'll likely do what they always do, give the minimum amount whilst taking credit for everything. From what I remember, all the money is coming from Ving, and the archleeches have attached themselves to the project so they can tell how good and generous they are. I 100% believe they are trying to set up a social credit system, just like China. I'm so glad I'll be dead when this creepy stuff comes to fruition. And this is creepy, as someone else said. It seems like data mining, with teens and women as the very specific target. You must be a person age 14 to 18 and the recipient must be a woman. Something about the specificity bothers me. According to a source, Mr. Beast, a popular YouTuber, has expressed his thoughts on the situation. He specifically called his own attorney to demand Meghan and Harry to reimburse for the contract, since the pair broke the contract by not paying him or Ving Project and utilizing them to promote Sussex's brand. Meanwhile, Meghan has kept a low profile since then and last year launched her own podcast series on Spotify, with rumors also swirling she could make a jump into US politics and possibly return to acting via the glitz of Hollywood. But one Washington-based royal commentator has sent a huge warning, telling express.co.uk, "I suspect Meghan is very concerned about her declining brand." The reaction to Spare has been overwhelmingly negative. It is interesting Meghan has in no way tried to associate herself with Harry's memoir, Spare. She has been completely away from the public spotlight. Meghan Markle cares about the Meghan brand image and her future career, but Harry's downfall in the last few months has been very unhelpful to her brand. He has almost increasingly been a liability to her own brand. Mr. Gardner continued, "The last few months have been an absolute PR disaster for Harry and Meghan. They have become monumentally disliked figures, both in the US and UK. For Meghan, this has been a disastrous time for her aspirations, and the last thing she would want is to be seen to be booed on the streets of London, which would have been a reality." The royal commentator is referring to Meghan not attending the coronation of King Charles III in London on May 6, instead opting to remain at home at California with the couple's two young children, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. He believes if the Duchess of Sussex had attended, Meghan would have feared being booed by the British public, something that would prove to be immensely damaging to her brand. Mr. Gardner believes both Meghan and Harry's brands are in free fall, adding, "They both should not have been invited to the coronation in the first place." This decision has a great deal to do with the unpopularity of Meghan in the UK. More than anything, the fear of being booed by the public while attending the coronation would have been immensely damaging to her brand. I suspect Meghan's spin doctors agonized over this decision for many weeks and decided this was too high risk in terms of negative British reaction. That is the key factor here. He added, "All of Harry and Meghan's brands are in free fall at a rapid pace. I'm sure they are acutely aware of that. Meghan and Harry have also been told by another expert they really do need to top up their royal tinsel and glamour as the Sussex brand faces a critical period following a rollercoaster few months." Pauline McLaren, Professor of Marketing and Consumer Research at Royal Holloway University in London, told express.co.uk, "Harry is perhaps attending the coronation to top up their royal connections. Had they not come at all, it would have been very difficult for their brand. Their whole brand is based on them being royals, and although they have been criticizing the royals, they also still want to keep their royal titles, they want their children to have them, and they are not saying they want to finish with royalty. That being said, they are practically nothing without maintaining their royal connections." Mr. B strips contract up after discovering Meg utilized Archie and Ving project for PR Sussex's brand. A few months ago, Archie Foundation partnered with Ving Project, a national giving movement, and invited all 14-18-year-old people to help them give away $1 million in $1,000 grants to support women who could use a financial boost. The project's goal is to help spread the joy of giving by inviting young people to become philanthropists in their own lives.